Oh, nah. This thing here was supposed to keep it from running out the side. Mm-mm. I saw average viewer duration 256 or something. I was like 256 views. I was like, what the? Okay. Mm-hmm. Hair and all. He's mad at me because I couldn't work with, I couldn't bring him along. And I don't think he wants this green stuff. There's a lot of broken links in your petition still, Bren. Oh, in seafowls, you may want to just mention the name of the person in yesterday's video because it sounded exactly like Bren. Like you were describing Bren to a T. That's how people see whenever they come out of the fog. If you didn't say the name, you would think, now you wouldn't call Bryn insane, because that would be in Texas anyway. See, she's going, I mean, Bonnie's not in Texas. So, according to the petition, it's based on the laws in Texas or something. Possibly. But the links are broken. Those links are broken. If you click on them, it's not Bonnie there. There's no bully there. It's a broken link. 404 not found is not a bully. But I did watch yesterday's video all the way through. And I did see a screenshot of Bryn. She's getting a little too cocky. Like Bryn was already saying things that, you know, could be used against her in a court of law. She's getting a little too cocky. Now, she could act it out in a parody and it's different, but she just goes, ah. But I'll read word for word of what the trend. Copying the closed captioning is far easier. It's easier than just going through those ads. Apparently there was a video today, so. As soon as I make it to that point where I'm making money, I'm going to delete my channel. Or I'll stop. I'll just completely stop. And be like, I wasn't in for the money anyway. Bye! Because I'm not in it for the money. And I think that's all the reason you're even watching. It's like, it's gotta be. Because apparently, once Dahlia and Dia were on the up and up, they were going down, down, down. Except for Bonnie. Bonnie used her free speech. And that's not good. And yeah, I was I was right about Ava's soap, but I was wrong about her. I mean, I started seeing the, Bryn go around and brag about things. So I think Ava was just reacting to what she probably, or he. I don't know who Ava Soap is. Could be multiple people. I don't know. But Ava Soap called it pretty early. So Ava knew something from somewhere. It was probably Bonnie's posts. She actually, I stand by Bonnie, by the way. I stand by Bonnie because she reported a situation where a certain illegal substance of sorts was being sold illegally by a person who was not supposed to be selling it. She reported that, and she ingested that, and it affected her. And that takes a while to stop affecting someone. And something similar happened to me, and I thank God that it did, because I know how that substance can affect somebody when they are not even aware. Like, I had no idea I didn't know for sure if that was gonna ever get out of my system, but it explains Bonnie's behavior. And Bonnie is actually, of course, not gonna be well behaved, trapped in a psych ward. But Bonnie's not going to be there long, and that is good news. And I didn't even test that Zoom call. I don't think it was there. I don't think it existed. So I didn't even bother going. But I did speak with Bonnie, and she did watch that parody from yesterday, and she laughed. I read the text on there, and she started wheezing. So I felt good about that. And heck, I'll probably make it private. So be sure to go ahead and do your screenshots or whatever. Enjoy it while it's there. Because I made that for Bonnie. And Bonnie only. Because it was Bonnie's birthday. And she had to spend it in a psych ward. And she's actually spending it now doing exactly what I would never be able to logically do. She's going to get out CFALs. So go ahead and cover your tracks. Because what you're doing is not fully legal. Calling someone insane. See, you can call someone a psychopath. And you can call someone a lunatic. Apparently you can call people a lot of things, but insane and in a psych ward, that's a little much. And I take that personally. Personally, I take that personally. Because Bonnie is my friend, no matter what she says. And I'm not going to watch her go downhill. And I'm certainly not going to just broadcast that to the whole world. But she was doing very well today. I was glad. I was very glad that I had to wait for her to be off the phone before she called me. That's good news. So she's going to be out. She will be out of that psych ward. So those loopholes that I might actually make a change.org thing showing how people can in Massachusetts, not just Texas, how people can fight this type of thing. Can you imagine, like, giving false information like MJ has? Bonnie was onto something, and that was scary. That has to be scary. Bonnie was onto something. And believe it or not, she emailed everybody. And that one email that was sent to everybody, there is something to that. And it's very scary for Brennan. Just saying. Just be careful what you say. And with the threatening people, that's a little much. Like saying you might want to be careful because what you say could end you up in a psych ward like Bonnie. That's a little bit threatening. That's called a threat. Bren. There was a police officer who did his job. He went above and beyond and proved Bonnie right. Bonnie reported what was wrong, and it turned out that there was an officer who proved it. That officer pretty much saved Bonnie from a bunch of lies. Yep. But the word is out. I mean, with Bonnie being in the psych ward, it only makes people look into it more. Why is Bonnie in the psych ward? What? She must have said something to offend somebody. Little things like that, they end up getting leaked to investigative journalists. Real investigative journalists. So, apparently Seafowl said something today, but I'll probably copy the transcript and just move along. Apparently there were threats. I don't know. I'll save it. Like I've saved everything. Even the stuff that helped Seafowls get his restraining order. All of those bot things that may not have even been Bonnie. I don't even know. I know there's a lot of people who call him by his full name, first and last. But just before Bonnie was in this psych ward, there were people who made a lot of reports. Massachusetts has these certain laws, and they can make certain decisions based on reports. But Bonnie has rights too. So. I kind of think Ava's more like somebody who is in both or all of the groups, those private groups. Like if there's a Discord, she's probably in, I'm assuming Ava is a she. I don't know. I'm just assuming because of the name. And I've always called her, I called her by she. Because I do that. So I'm not intending to offend on that part. I assume Ava is in the group, every group. So she probably sees what Bryn says. She probably also sees what BJ says. And what Nola Lola says. And what you know, like everybody. She probably sees a lot of this. So her reaction may have been because she saw them boasting on October 9th. And Bonnie apparently was somewhere for a couple of days. And then they admitted her. It was the same way with Dave. He was somewhere for 7 days, then he was taken to another place where he was for a while, where he got better slowly. Bonnie, on the other hand, will be more dangerous as time passes. See, the petition has old news. And what Ava said was, this is what Bryn and Seafowls wanted from the beginning, and that's true. I even wanted it. Then I started talking to Bonnie, because it's not a crime to do what she has been doing. And unfortunately, that's what I was told by a top investigator. So all of the things that Bryn would tell me, like she was in contact with the FBI, the FBI was calling her and Bonnie, and that she was going to be arrested based on the fact that she was live streaming and she recorded his voice in the live stream. I have that recording. And this guy who is unknown was supposed to be some officer, and because of this and that and this and that, that was a great big deal. This and that and this and that was a great big deal, and she was about to be arrested for something, but she was never arrested, and there was no warrant, and there were none. So when news started to get out that Bonnie was in a hospital, everybody's like, oh, karma comes around. But you end up becoming a lot like what you watch. It's amazing how when Seafels is scared to say her name, Bonnie's name, he just pretty much describes Brennan's character. That's pretty. He's better off just saying her name. Now, instead of damn it, Bonnie, I'm gonna have to say damn it, Ava. There is no police report where Bonnie was walking barefoot. Where is that police report? Because apparently it's medical, according to them, the police in Georgetown. It's a medical thing. I'm responding to, let's see, timestamps. Ava's comment, 9:58 p.m. Eastern Standard. She She stated yesterday that she was walking somewhere and patrol cars came by and said, this is according to her statement yesterday morning, that she was asked if she wanted to get in, and so she said yes. I never saw a report on that part. I know that Ava and I know Gummy Lips sees a lot of stuff on Twitter or X. I call it Twitter still. I never saw the second report. I saw the one that Bonnie posted. Do you do anything at all besides watching Jamie ramble to herself all day? Okay. I don't watch Jamie or any of you freaks. I know you do watch me. You may not watch all the time, but I do know you watch. Or word gets around and then you end up watching, I don't know. I do believe you end up watching whenever it's related to something like this. I do believe Seafowls is aiming for something. You're disabled just like all of Brennan's friends. She preys. I agree with that. She preys on vulnerable, unintelligent people. That's because she must look intelligent. And in order to look intelligent, she's got to have unintelligent people. I agree with that. There are many people who see through Bryn right away. Some people may play along, but I doubted it first, and then I just didn't care. Of course, I always thought Ava was Robin, so I never liked, just for some reason I thought Ava was Robin, so that was the only reason that I didn't even reason with myself. I'm thrown off by Robin, just completely. I don't like her at all. So I don't think Robin would ever come in my room at all and chat at all. So there is one Jamie, and you know which one I'm talking about. I know what Brennan does because I've known about Brennan and the Carney for a year straight. Yeah. Look better, Jamie, and you'll find it. The text is very fine. Yeah, I had to copy it. I had to do a little search, like the Google Lens thing, and then copy the text, and then have it read in like this Google Translate thing. It'll read it like a bot. Um, it helps because I have ADD and reading comprehension, and especially the fine print. And it is very hard to read it. That five screenshots. Was it the one that was where she said the last 5 screenshots from my phone? Because I did read that, or listen to it and read. Yeah, I know Robin wouldn't ever come in. It was, I think I ended up reading it at it was where she was talking about, she thought she saw Dahlia, mentioned she was, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She was very nervous and looking around, and the police were asking about what Bonnie meant by human trafficking. They asked repeatedly. That was in the 5 pages that I'm talking about. And then so that was the 25th of September. That would have been the first time that she was admitted. Then she was released. I don't know why she or how she, apparently, according to Bonnie, it was the 11th that she had a issue in a grocery store. You know, the normal Bonnie that everybody knows of online. The very same behavior that was the very same behavior. Like when a detective asked, "Where's your phone?" and she said, "You're a detective. Find out for yourself." That made me. It was like, ee! That, and the detective responded exactly the way I was scared he would have responded. So that happened again, apparently, in a grocery store, according to Bonnie. Whenever I asked her about an altercation or disorderly contact, disorderly, whatever it was, disorderly, whatever. And she got very angry with me and described the thing with the restaurant. I mean, grocery store, sorry. And then she started to walk, I assume, walk home to get something, and then the officers drove beside her, asked her if she wanted a ride, according to Bonnie, And that's probably when they drove her to the hospital because of the altercation in the grocery store, which would have been the disorderly conduct. That's the word. So there would have been 2 times. The second time she got into the psych ward, and Brennan and Cephals they seem to have really acted like because of that, they can try and scare people to shut up, or, you know, control people, because that's how they are. And it took them this long, allegedly. I mean, they could have done something a long time ago. Many, many times. There were many situations that were way worse than an altercation in a grocery store. And they could have done something. And that now they've actually supposedly done something that's silly. Silly. And, of course, they're going to brag about it. And they're going to end up interfering with a lot of, like, people are not going to respond well to that. Calling somebody insane is not a good way to start. So Brennan is acting like she's got a little more power. I guess she's showing her true colors now, because she can. She doesn't have to worry about Bonnie right now anyway. But I did think Ava knew very early, like 2 days early actually. Bonnie said it happened on the 11th. So if Ava is going by the first one, then that would have been after. It wouldn't have been Ava who was responding to the second incident. So I would have been wrong about that. So I do disagree with the tweet anyway, because Brennan didn't cause that. They may have caused a lot of distress, but I think it was the gummies that were laced. Well, not laced, but they were illegal. And I do believe that, yes, Brennan is definitely exactly what she has called Bonnie. Psycho, socio. That's exactly, whenever I say, "Hi, I'm Jason from Guitar Center. Is that your guitar?" I know how you feel, Jamie. I've been there. I know. And if you like have any kind of stress or something, or trauma, I know, Jamie. I know. Like, she interrupts because it's about her. And I've heard that same thing from other people. I just learned it for myself. Yeah, I do talk slow. I have to speed my, I would have to speed myself up too. When I am talking, that is. I do that with seafowls as well. That's probably why Brennan was that way. Brennan likes to hang around people who are uh, not able to word things. But it's kind of a toxic situation if you hang around Bren for too long. Or if you believe what she's saying. And causing Bonnie's mental... If Bonnie is losing her mind, you are responsible for it. Jamie, you tormented her for months. Yeah, that fake welfare check on her. Yeah. Don't you have any shame at all? Yeah, I do. That was wrong. It was wrong of me. And even more so was that wrecking ball thing. And that red light bulb. I even posted what I posted after learning about what that light bulb meant in Amsterdam. Like, I learned of it just as I was about to post. And I did it anyway. But I said, I'm gonna postpone it. So it'll be like in 13 days. Because what kind of content would that be? And then I just deleted it. But I did not realize the effect until the day that she was streaming, and I actually was concerned first. But MJ was, she called herself a social, no, she called herself at that time a psychologist, and her specialty was in the DID. And she said in the Lion server, she said something like, she is at really dangerous level now. Something's wrong. So I knew nobody else would call. And I was genuinely concerned, but I didn't think of it like that. And then when I saw her face, I still have it screen recorded, and I kept going back. I was rewinding it to the part where she mentioned how Shar could also, I did not know about that Sinclair method. I just know the taking medicine and drinking at the same time. That's all I knew. I knew that was bad and scary, and they didn't seem to think it was scary, and it was so bizarre to me. Then Bonnie explained it in a further video, but it caused a lot of damage, and Yeah, I did that. And I really regret that. Yeah, I'm answering to Ava. I had to go incognito to see her. Um, and I was responding to the one at 10:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bonnie is losing her mind. You are responsible for it, Jamie. You tormented her for months. You called a fake welfare check on her. Don't you have any shame at all? And that was what I was talking about and responding to. I'm ashamed of that. Although my welfare check at that point was not even, I was not even thinking about that stream. I knew Bonnie was, I don't even remember if she was talking about that stream. I know she was tweeting about calling the FBI. I don't really know what I was thinking at that time, but I do know that when I called, I was worried. I was scared for my safety too, because she started to blur her background, so I didn't know where she was. And that scared me. I was actually scared of her. I thought that she may have been at a different location, and it scared me. Because, I mean, as long as she had that same background, I was like, okay, she's, that kind of was what, yeah, that was what drew me to call. And it was wrong because I was scared. Brennan never had to worry about Bonnie. Yeah, that's true. Brennan is a sociopath and the aggressor. Brennan would describe things like, a lot of people would have emotion at some point. Like they would have some kind of a change in their tone. Something would change. If they were scared, if they felt like they loved someone so much, you would kind of hear it. You would kind of hear some emotion. And I started to, somebody asked her, how do you keep it all together like this? And I was like, so it's not just me that actually wonders that. Somebody doing an interview asked her that. Like, all this harassment, and how are you not falling apart? And she's like, oh, I just deal with it. I deal with it. It's nothing new. And this was over the phone, so I was able to just, I didn't have to mask what face I was making while I was thinking. I'm not the only one who wonders that. And I started to realize from that point that it's not just me who wondered that, and I started to wonder that too. Jamie, okay, yeah. Yeah, I wish that you could speed me up as well. So Bonnie is in the hospital, but yeah, because she had an altercation in public and she probably went home. She was probably dressed in that little thing because she either was following BJ at that time, which I originally thought, or she was dating someone who was I'm dodging what I want to say, but I don't want to say it. Anyway, can you answer the two messages? Okay. If I missed a question, let me know what timestamp it was, if you can, or where it was. Yeah, that sociopathic flat affect. Yep. That's exactly how she described Bonnie having. But Bonnie does not have a Bonnie does not have that. I actually talked to Bonnie on the phone for a long time, starting in March. Boy, it really, I talked to her for hours upon hours. And at first, if she broke my trust, I broke hers. And then she was like, why did you post that audio and laugh at me? And I was like, that picture of Dahlia. And she was like, oh. And she was actually open to moving forward without breaking each other's trust. And I was like, good, because that's what I want. So there were no recordings. We actually even went so far as to say, today's date is such and such, and I would consent to her recording me. I'd go out of my way to explain that. And she actually got more trusting, and she actually, just as, I think I remember someone, I think it was Ava. Someone mentioned Ava said that if Bonnie, I can't remember exactly, if Bonnie, if people would just be calm and not test Bonnie or tempt her, she would be calm. So I put that to the test, and it turned out to be true. Sometimes she would not be calm. She'd be like, holy hell, same way. Yeah. I speak slow. Even my mom's like, when I'm trying to tell her what I mean with painting, because I was trying to tell her something about painting today. And she was like, what are you talking about, Jamie? Then I was like, let me show you. Just guide my hand. Keep my hand still, because I have a shaky hand. So, yeah, I do have a problem wording things. It sucks. I think if you hit like those top 3 dots at the top of the live, like where it says top chat or live chat, um, if you see that, you hit the 3 dots and there will be participants, timestamps, reactions pop out. That's what I see. Let me see. Oh, I'm still on that change.org thing. I was going to do a parody, but I changed my mind on that. Okay, let's see. Come on. What? Okay. Okay. They keep reminding me I have 100 subscribers. They keep reminding me I have 100 subscribers. Never mind. I mean, I'm saying all the wrong words. My brain. Okay. Interesting. Let's try settings. Chat filter. Interesting. Maybe I could do it in the... Wonder if I can set it where it shows the timestamps for everybody. Time. Maybe not. Huh. That's weird. YouTube needs to fix that. A fly is following my mouse arrow. Okay. That's weird. I don't see you when I'm logged in though. Weird. It always annoys me though. I wish they... like none of the buttons actually work except for that. Yeah, you're right. It's a pain in the butt. I knew about Bonnie going to the hospital shortly. Yeah, that first time. Then I saw that she got out. Then I saw you guys talking about her being back in again. See, I didn't realize that she was in the hospital the first time because of the hurricane. There was a power outage here, so I didn't even know. I knew she, like, I had a thing where I had a reaction to something that I didn't know was that had THC in it. And the power had just, well, the power was not on yet, actually. My mom was not here. She had told me about these little drops, and it didn't say CBD, so that was good. But she said it helped her sleep, and I needed to sleep because she came home yelling at me because I didn't answer my phone, but my phone didn't work because of the power outage. And so I took those drops and went to bed, and oh man, did it affect me. I imagine that happened to Bonnie the first time. I mean, I remember her telling me before the hurricane that she thought she saw Dahlia, but I forgot all about that part until I read that report. Then I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that. She thought she saw Dahlia. I wonder if she even went in that vape shop because she wanted to find out something about Dahlia, who she thought she saw. I forgot all about that, the Dahlia part, and she wanted me to send her numbers, some phone numbers right away within the next 5 minutes. And I was like, okay. And I just kind of, I was like, that's weird. And I sent it to her, but she didn't respond to it at all. But I guess that was when she was gonna go to the hospital. Because that was the last time she said something, until the day I uploaded that Hey Y'all video. She commented on that, and that was the very last time I saw her. And that, I think, was October 11th. She said something like Jamie going 504 something. I couldn't understand it, but I assume that it was like not a good thing. Because it didn't sound like Bonnie. I didn't realize she actually went through that. She said YouTube whenever I mentioned my situation, but I thought she just got sold and stuff. I didn't realize she was dealing with it, and that head shaving is really sad. Yeah, she actually, sometimes she'll be like yelling at me, and then I kind of just shut up, and I'm the best I can, because I do have ADD, and I start laughing sometimes, and I realize it, and it's like I'm trying not to laugh, and I'm trying to just say okay, but without laughing, and it's kind of crazy. But she would get irritated by that. And I can understand it. She's straightforward. She's a character. I mean, she is who she is, and they should not change who she is just because she's honest. I mean, sometimes she goes too far, but she's not like, no pill is really gonna fix her. It may, make her where she's not as scary, but that's for the benefit of other people who actually don't deserve it, such as Bryn. I talked to her today, and she sounded normal. She sounded like she was doing the right thing. And I played that parody. She started wheezing, so I'm glad she liked it. I know YouTube didn't, because YouTube doesn't like that type of stuff. But I was making fun of seafowls. Who was actually trying to make himself look like I'm not going to try and finish that sentence. Anyway, I am ashamed of that, posting that thing to YouTube and having that as my upcoming stream. And that red light bulb, I knew what it meant when I posted it. I didn't know what it meant when I first learned or first saw it ever, but I knew it when I posted it. I knew what it meant, and I felt bad while I posted it, but I posted it. Her mom? Why did you tell Bonnie that I'm the one who told her mom her location? Because you didn't want to admit it was you. Her location. That you're the one who told her. I think I may have worded it differently, because I don't think Why did you tell Bonnie? Did I tell Bonnie that? Because I was on the phone with her mom in a couple of the calls. It's just the ones where her mom was on, the one where I was talking to her mom, I didn't have it on speaker. There was one time where I was on the phone with her mom, and when I was saying, okay, I'm confused. Alright, you told Bonnie I gave her mom information. I told Bonnie's mom, I think I told Bonnie's mom Okay. If you clipped it, that's... I need to... Could you unblock me so I can see it? Because I don't... Let me see. I can't click on your name incognito. I could as a moderator. I mean, as the owner, but I can't see your chat because you have me blocked. Okay. Oh, it's on Twitter. Okay. If it's on Twitter, don't worry. You don't have to unblock me if you don't want to. Because I'll see it on Twitter. Let me see. Let me go on Twitter. X. Okay, let me just click on BJ Gummy Lips. That way. See, sometimes she'll retweet something you say, so that's how I find you. Unless you're... Unless you beat me to it. Whoops. Yes. Is it so... Ava loves... I think. Okay. I know I've been to your page. This is so weird. Okay, if I scroll, I'll find it. Alright, let me try follow that lawsuit. Oh, wait a minute. Little search thingy. Ava loves this. I think I found it. Yeah, I found it. There we go. Soapy. Okay. Ava soap. Here we go. Okay. Now give me my stupid headphones. Sorry. I hear my... I'm hearing it now. See, I told Bonnie that The, why, I mean, whenever I told Bonnie about, I was talking about the tweet. But I don't remember linking that with her mom, because her mom doesn't know who you are. Her mom doesn't even know anything about Bonnie. But Bonnie didn't even let me read what I was saying. So I never finished the sentence that I was texting her mom. She got upset because I was actually texting her mom. But I was reaching out to her to tell her I didn't want money for animals. I can hear Leo in the echo. It's literally in the video. Bonnie asked you why her mom would ask you for information. If Bonnie was asking me questions, I didn't hear what she was saying. I think I completely was like, because she was talking so fast, and she was so, unless it was, why would Ava know? Okay, that part I did wonder about, because you knew like the 9th, and you clarified that up like at the beginning of the chat. You clarified that and said that you were responding based on your based on the police report. And I was like, okay, well that would be only one police report, because the second police report's not available. So it makes sense now to me, because you were actually responding later instead of early. So I doubt Bonnie will even remember this, but if she does, I'll tell her clearly that, I mean, it's on Twitter. It'll be clear. October 9th was after the first event, where there was actually just one police report, because the police report was not available and would not be available. The second one would not be available because it was medical, so they wouldn't release it. So I just knew of one at that time because of the hurricane. I didn't even know that she had an incident. I was describing my incident, and I was actually recovering from my incident. And then she said, oh, you too. And I was like, yeah. And I wondered about that. And then I saw that she had a picture of these gummies, but I didn't really know she ingested them, and I didn't read it until after she was locked up. It took a lot to actually read that. I had to actually have it play it in the headphones, the transcript of that police report. So I was wrong about that part. So you knew about the first report, but I didn't. and a mannequin linked that post so I could read it. And that I actually read that for the first time, and I just could not believe it. I was just so shocked. Like, I remembered her saying something about Dahlia, and she actually went to the hospital. And I didn't know if she had been there this whole time, and then I remembered she was there. She did come back because she commented on the Hey Y'all video. I was confused. Yeah, Bonnie doesn't believe me a lot. Bonnie didn't believe you and doesn't talk to me anyway. I'm just not gonna let you brazenly lie that on camera with a... Okay. When I was raised, my my stepfather, he would say that all the time. Wipe that smirk off your face. So I really, I don't mean to smirk. I always wondered why. I don't know. I don't know the smirk. I'm sorry about the smirk. The lie part I would like to resolve, because I'm confused about the mannequin. I haven't seen Michelle B. Michelle B is with Bryn, last I know. Seeking Truth is Michelle, and she's with Bryn, last I knew. She stood up for Bryn and blocked me. I do have her bookmarked, so if she were to ever reappear, I would have her channel bookmarked, and I would know it if I visited her channel repeatedly. But she may have actually deleted it completely, unlike Bryn, who just pretended to. No, it's okay. I know I have a smirk on my face, but it's not intentional, because I used to hear that a lot. It's not intentional. But I do want to get to the truth of this. Ava, I don't think Ava is who I always imagined. I always imagined her as being Robin, but Robin wouldn't talk to me, so I don't know. Yeah, my mom even said I had the smirk, but I don't even know what it looks like. Who, me or Mannequin? Mannequin is a troll. I think she does that on purpose. I think she does that on purpose. But yeah, I would say I do poke the bear that with that comment that I made, but I did not know the details of the first report. So you were responding to the first report, which makes sense. So yeah. Well, either way, I do that too. I think she's mimicking BJ. See, BJ said I was reading a script. Of course, I said that jokingly, because Bonnie would say that a lot. Actually, she would say it a little differently. I don't even remember how Bonnie said it, because it's been how BJ interpreted it was so different. I think I can handle Ava when she wants the truth. AKA Ball Gag Buster. She is not a Brennan or a Brennan. That's the biggest thing. I don't like being that little mega pint there is supposed to be a Bonnie thing. Bonnie gave me that. I call it a mega pint. It's a great big coffee cup. Great big. So now I don't have to think that the mannequin is talking to someone invisible. I was like, I need to check incognito and make sure there's somebody there. Because sometimes I'm thinking that she's talking to someone on Twitter or something. Nobody's ever offered to buy, so. Except for the portraits I've drawn. I have sold some of those. My hair's not working out. It's not a bad thing. 7 is a good number. One of those may be me, because I'm incognito. Oops. Yeah, because you have a diaper on, and I didn't want Trump to have a diaper. Yeah, but hey, that big sponge there is catching it. You're gonna go back to normal tomorrow. Yeah. Something like that. Oh, yeah. These brushes here. Someone actually suggested a way to clean these brushes. And it works. Of course it's not. It's, what was it? Murphy's. It's like a wood cleaner. It works. I don't know what it would do to those brushes, because those brushes are really cheap. Very cheap. They'd probably fall apart over anything. Yep. It works. Yep. me see. Who's the mannequin? Anyway, Michelle B. seeking truth. She's not Michelle B. or seeking truth. She's none of the people from Brennan's crew. Although one of the people from Brennan's crew I like, because she actually could see right through Bren from the beginning, and it was kind of cool to see her just call out Bren in a public comment and describe her in great detail. And that's Heather, Hawaii Heather. But she doesn't like Bonnie that much. So. And Bonnie's never liked her too much. So. Not a great match. You don't... I'm over wanting to be mean to Jamie. I'll settle for being mean to you. Jamie, do you sell your art? I was waiting for Jamie to read my compliment. The art thing. I think I replied to it. So now it's not visible anymore. Would that be Twitter? A mannequin is going to confuse me. But if it was the art part, do I sell my art? Is it that one? That is a lie. I used to read the chat months ago. She came out of nowhere, yet knew every tiny detail about Bonnie and her drama with Brennan. She did know every detail about that. But which part is a lie? I know she didn't really stick around. But she did leave comments, which I was surprised to see. I did have an IG page. I could probably take pictures of them, but that's about all I could do. I mean, people could take screenshots. I could probably, don't know. I have taken pictures of the art before, just because it's always changing, and I often mess it up and start all over. So the pictures are like memories. But live streaming it is a lot better, because if I make it like horrible or something and I liked it a lot, I can at least look back at the part where I liked it and say, hey, that's my art. Even though it was destroyed. I just don't, it seems like I'm not able to stop on it. Like, especially that one. I'm having a hard time stopping that one. I'm having too much fun with that one. Yeah, that diaper's gonna come off tomorrow, so enjoy it while it's there. It's gross. I actually went to art class, but I've got books on drawing, and I draw. And painting, I started painting, and I would try to make like a basic like landscape thing, and I've got so many so many paintings that are like, they end up black because of trying to cover up. Like the one that's right behind the camera, it just looks really horrible. But yeah, I started painting to deal with some serious trauma, and I would like, it was therapeutic. Then I stopped after my dog died. I actually stopped for quite a while, and then I started back a little bit, and then I came over here and I stare at these paintings and I'm like, shit, now what do I do? What am I gonna do now? And I mean, I got the fever again. So now I'm painting again. So I was painting that my avatar was a painting video. I left that Discord group and I was going to move on and just start painting. But Bonnie live streamed it, and then I got bent out of shape. And naturally it threw me off track. But I should have just ignored it. I should have ignored her. the fact that she was streaming my stream. Anyway. And then I started back on that painting. I don't think Ava is a Connie. Mannequin, maybe. Because of the diaper. With blue sky, that when the light in the room changed, it actually looked like the sun was setting. I think it was that. I ruined it. I got frustrated and just blobbed the dang thing with green. Oh, wait. I know what you're talking about. Was it... Now, this is not a... This one? Now, this one I could teach. I could do an instructional thing because that's how I got the instructions of that one from an art book. If it's that one. I just realized, yeah, I'm definitely not going to eat the rest of that. The paintbrush. The paintbrushes kind of landed on the... I will take that risk. Anyway, in order to get that landscape thing, this is a must. The straight line is everything. Yeah. This one used to actually look okay, and then I ruined it. But it's not completely ruined because, you know, painting, or like with oil paints, kind of, you can always fix it. I'm sure you could probably do the same with acrylic. It's just oil is easy for me. Anyway. It really makes a difference to have that perfectly straight line. No matter if it's angled, uneven. Yeah, I made a mistake when I went up like that. I was frustrated, but I can cover it up. It may have been that one day. There was one day that was really, really blue, and I had to cover it up because I had a like a really, really bright waterfall, and then the next day it was really blue, or the next, like when I started to work on that painting next, I changed it to really, really blue. And I was like, oh man. And I thought I had ruined it. Then I covered it up. I think it's that painting. Unless you're talking about... Oh, I know which one you're talking about. It's the one I'm scared to even show. It's so messed up. Whoops. Let me see really quick. It's the really, really... It's probably like one of the most viewed videos. Live stream, is it? That really, really, really... Yeah, that can be fixed. Yeah, they're probably hungry. They're always hungry. They're just machines. They eat, and eat. They don't ever stop eating. Yep. One time recently, I poured food in there for the guinea pigs who, you know, there's some babies in there. And the two moms and their babies were all making this sound, like, it almost sounded like num 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 num. But it was like, it was such a sweet sound. It was like, they, I never have heard that sound. But it was like, this is so yummy. It was so sweet. And here, they just eat. They don't make any kind of noise. They just eat it and do their purring or whatever. But they were like num 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 num. Except it was like, it was so different. So cute. One day I'll have to make a, like, sound from that type of thing. Audio, and just edit it to repeat. And make like this really long ASMR type video with a black screen or something, so I can sleep and not hear them arguing. Well, actually, I just wanted to make sure that you knew that that smirk is not really tied to. It's not tied to anything. But yeah, I do have a smirk. I don't know what kind of smirk I have. I don't know what it looks like. I just know it's real, and it affects people, and it's not something I want to affect. whenever somebody wants answers on something. So, no, don't. It's okay. You don't have to delete the tweet unless it would hurt Bonnie. I don't know if it'll hurt Bonnie, but it's all right. It was only when you explained it that I could understand what exactly it was that you were talking about. So. Fall asleep. I'm sitting here talking about that. Quiet night, deep sleep music with black screen. Does that look like a black screen? The blue? Oh wait, wrong camera. Dang it, wrong camera. Oh my goodness. That does not look like a black screen. Oh wait, that's a... Never mind, that's a thumbnail. Psh, of course. Of course. Yeah, I do play, like, I like to do that with scammers and stuff. But there's really nobody to bait, so I don't know who else to do it. Would it hurt Bonnie? Because I think it would. I think she knows. She has made, or she wanted me to make it on, put it on speaker. She wanted to speak to everybody. I think it's Bonnie. Now, if people were like jumping on it and, you know, using it and saying ha 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 or whatever, that's a different story. Because, I mean, she was very angry at me. I do believe her feelings were very real. She was very tired of being in that place and hearing me. And I was like, do you really want me to read this? And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, I think she was in distress big time. If you're worried about it, I'd say maybe delete it. I'm gonna make that, the Carney parody private. I mean, that's kind of like, it's even hard for me to watch it, but it's a parody of Carney Army. It's a parody of Seafowls. Who I know is not connected with Ava. There's a whole different language. So. Yeah, he really did start it, but yep. I'll make it public again when Bonnie's out. Or I'll drown it out with a lot of shorts mocking Bryn, because there's a lot of things to say about her. A lot of educational videos that I can do to educate people like she would educate. According to the laws of Texas. Bonnie shouldn't do this according to the laws in Texas. To assist a narc. Yep. No, you're copying Bonnie. That's Bonnie. It's a unique thing. You're gonna make me miss her. And remember, she's the mind of a scholar. Heart made of you know, these things you push into the wall. That's what her heart is made of. Oh, that's slander. Thumbtack. Hey, we've got thumbtacks in the ceiling too. Oh, to be a fly on a fly trap. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna even watch Seafowls tonight. I don't want to laugh. I laughed until 2 a.m. Oh, yeah, I definitely shouldn't. Yeah, I definitely should not watch Seafowls, or I'm not going to be able to sleep whatsoever. I'm going to be laughing and laughing and laughing. But I am gonna laugh, because I'm gonna talk on the phone. But at least I won't have anything to laugh at, just except for the yesterday's video. It's still 11:47, so it would still be yesterday. No, it would be the day before yesterday, I think. But I laughed until yesterday. Anyway, let me close this incognito. Oops. Oh, okay, it was Amen who did that. Alright, is Bonnie okay? I think Bonnie is getting somewhere better without talking to me. But I did want to call her and let her know that, I did a parody and I wanted her to hear it. So she liked it. I'm gonna cough. Crap, I need to pee. I can't do that. I gotta go. I can't cough and pee at the same time. Not